This is Italian football lover channel, my friends. Today I want to make predictions. Match day 8 games of EPL. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, and please click on the like button. Thanks so much. Let's start from the Nottingham Forest Chelsea game. Nottingham Forest is going down and down. They lost against 3-0 West Ham at home. They lost against 1-0 Sunderland in last match at home. Before they lost against 3-0 Arsenal in away game, my dear friends. And this Chelsea team won versus 2-1 Liverpool in last match at home. And before Chelsea stayed draw against 2-2 Brentford in away game. They lost against 2-1 Manchester United in away game, my dear friends. Chelsea is stronger and better team than Nottingham Forest. Last season they won against Nottingham Forest 1-0 in away game. This is going to be so challenging match. Nottingham Forest will be so ambitious at home. They will force Chelsea significantly. But in my opinion, just by 1 goal margin, Chelsea will win over against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest 1, Chelsea 2 is my prediction for this game. Second game, Sunderland, Wolverhampton. Sunderland will be at home. They are playing better at home. They lost against 2-0 Manchester United in last away game. Before Sunderland stayed draw against 1-1 Aston Villa at home. They won versus 2-1 Brentford at home. In the last game they won against Wolverhampton 3-0 at home. Wolverhampton is at the bottom of the point table. They are in so bad situation, my dear friends. And Wolverhampton team stayed draw against 1-1 Tottenham in last away game. Before they lost against 1-0 Newcastle in away game. This Wolverhampton team lost against 3-1 Leeds United at home. This is going to be so challenging game, my dear friends. But Sunderland won't let Wolverhampton to win this game. But draw is possible in that match. Draw is probable in that game. Please don't forget that, my dear friends. But nevertheless, with home advantage, just by 1 goal margin, I want to take a chance to Sunderland for victory. Sunderland 2, Wolverhampton 1 is my prediction for this game. Another match, Burnley-Leeds United Last Burnley-Leeds United game ended up in 0-0 draw. And Burnley is playing better at home, but they lost against 1-0 Liverpool at home. They remained draw against 1-1 Nottingham Forest at home. They lost against 5-1 Manchester City in away game. Leeds United won versus 3-1 Wolverhampton in last away game, but before they lost against 1-0 Fulham in away game. They lost against 2-1 Tottenham in last match at home. Leeds United is a little bit better team than Burnley, but this is an away game and Burnley is going to be so ambitious at home. Nevertheless, Leeds United is seeming a little bit closer to victory than Burnley, but my prediction is going to be draw for this game, draw. Burnley 1, Leeds United 1. And another game, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth. Crystal Palace will be at home. They won against 2-1 Liverpool at home, but before they stayed draw against 0-0 Sunderland at home. Crystal Palace team, my dear friends, won versus 2-1 West Ham in last away game. They are going on so good this season, my dear friends. And Bournemouth is so quality team, but they are playing better at home. They won versus 3-1 Fulham in last match at home. They won against 2-1 Brighton at home, but Bournemouth stayed draw against 2-2 Leeds United in last away game. Last season Palace-Bournemouth game ended up in 0-0 draw. Crystal Palace is seeming closer to victory than Bournemouth. But Bournemouth is so strong and dangerous team. Because of that, draw is going to be my prediction. Crystal Palace 0, Bournemouth 0. At Brighton, Newcastle United. Brighton will be at home. They stayed draw against 2-2 Tottenham at home. But they won versus 3-1 Chelsea in away game. Before Brighton won versus 2-1 Manchester City at home. They got no defeat at home. Last season Brighton-Newcastle game ended up in 1-1 draw. And Newcastle got 3 consecutive draws in away games. They stayed draw against 0-0 Leeds United and Bournemouth in away games. Newcastle team, my dear friends, lost against 2-1 Arsenal in last match at home. This is going to be so challenging game. In the last 5 games, Newcastle couldn't get any victory against Brighton, as I remember. But I see Newcastle is a little bit closer to victory. Nevertheless, Brighton is so strong side at home. Because of that, draw is my prediction, draw. Brighton 1, Newcastle United 1. At Manchester City Everton, last season's City Everton game ended up in 1-1 draw. Manchester City team won against 5-1 Burnley at home. Before they won against 3-0 Manchester United at home. They are going on so good in the recent weeks, my dear friends. And this Everton team lost against 2-1 Liverpool in last away game. They stayed draw against 1-1 West Ham United in last match at home. my dear friends. And this is before they won against 3-2 Wolverhampton in away game. This Everton team. This is going to be a little bit hard clash, but with home advantage and with their quality, I want to take a chance to Manchester City for week 3. Manchester City 2, Everton 0 is my prediction for this game. Another match, Fulham Arsenal off. Fulham is going to be at home. They are playing better at home. They won versus 3-1 Brentford at home. They won against 1-0 Leeds United at home, but they lost against 3-1 Aston Villa and Bournemouth in the recent 2 away games. Arsenal team is playing for the title. They are at the top position. They won versus 2-1 Newcastle in last away game. And they stayed draw against 1-1 Manchester City at home. They won versus 2-0 West Ham in last match at home. Last season Fulham Arsenal game ended up in 1-1 draw. This is going to be so challenging game. Draw is seeming possible in that game. Draw is probable in that match. Fulham is so dangerous team at home, but just by one goal margin. Nevertheless, I want to take a chance to Arsenal for week 3. Fulham 0, Arsenal 1 is my prediction for this game. Another match, Tottenham Aston Villa off. Last season Tottenham won against Aston Villa 4-1 at home. Tottenham won versus Leeds United 2-1 in last away game, but Tottenham stayed draw against Wolverhampton 1-1 at home before they lost against 1-0 Bournemouth at home. Aston Villa team stayed draw against 0-0 Everton in away game. They remained draw against 1-1 Sunderland in last away game. They won versus 3-1 Fulham in last match at home. They got the first victory against Fulham this season at home. They got 2 consecutive draws in away games. This is going to be so challenging game. Again, draw is possible in that match, but with home advantage, I see Tottenham is closer to victory than Aston Villa just by 1 goal margin. I want to take a chance to Tottenham for victory. Tottenham 2, Aston Villa 1 is my prediction for this game. Liverpool Manchester United off. Liverpool got 2 consecutive draws. They are going down and down. They lost against 2-1 Chelsea and Crystal Palace in the last 2 away games. But Liverpool won versus 2-1 Everton at home before they won against 1-0 Arsenal at home. They are playing way more better at home. But Arne Slot is inadequate manager. They should be sacked Arne Slot. This is my opinion, my dear friends, because Liverpool has so strong team staff. They can do much more better than this. And Manchester United team, my dear friends, is playing way more better at home. They won versus 2-0 Sunderland at home. And at the same time, they won against 2-1 Chelsea at home, but they lost against 3-1 Brentford in last away game. They lost against 3-0 Manchester City in away game. Last season, Liverpool United game ended up in 2-2 draw. But that's enough. Really, that's enough. Liverpool will win over against Manchester United easily. This is my opinion. Liverpool 3, Manchester United 1 is my prediction for this game. West Ham United Brentford, this is the last match of the week. West Ham United will be at home and they are in so bad situation. They are supposed to win this game at home. Last season Brentford won against West Ham 1-0 in away game. Brentford got back-to-back defeats in away games. They lost against 2-1 Sunderland in away game. They lost against 3-1 Fulham in away game. But they won versus 3-1 United in last match at home. West Ham team lost against 2-1 Palace at home, my dear friends. And they stayed draw against Everton 1-1 in last away game before they lost against 5-1 Chelsea at home. But my dear friends, really that's enough. Really that's enough. I want to take a chance to West Ham United for victory. West Ham United 2, Brentford 1 is my prediction for this game. All my predictions like this match day 8 games of EPL. You can subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. Please click on the like button, it makes me so glad. See you on my next videos, my dear friends. Bye!